Hello, my name is Logan Cohen. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, an approved supervisor with the American Association of Marriage and Family Therapy, and the founder of New Leaf Counseling Group in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to talk to you today about men and mental health. At least once a week, I'm contacted by a woman who knows her relationship with her male partner is in desperate need of work, while also expressing a lack of hope about her husband's or boyfriend's willingness to even come to therapy to begin with. In these cases, I often encourage the female partner to consider letting their husband or boyfriend come to a session with me so they can see for themselves why I specialize in this area. Well, I'm obviously a man, at least I think so. But in addition to this, I've been doing this work for over 10 years. And through my clinical practice, I've seen over and over again how the rigid rules of manhood get and keep us fellas stuck. I was brought up to be a man just like any other guy out there. Given this, I know all too well the social and cultural pressures that get placed upon us men to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps in order to fix the problems of our loved ones, all the while remaining calm, cool, and collect so we're not seen as weak, which would make it less likely that we will be seen as able to protect ourselves and our loved ones. An important load-bearing wall of what it means to be a real man. We've come a long way since those old rigid expectations pushed upon us by our grandfathers or maybe even our fathers, so shouldn't we be done with all that stereotypical stuff? Well, maybe we should, but we're not. In 2016, men died by suicide at a rate that was over 3.5 times that of women. And in that same year, 7 out of 10 suicides were completed by white men. In 80% of these suicide cases, the cause of suicide was untreated depression. The condition of depression is very treatable through talk therapy and sometimes the addition of medication management. However, more men, and especially white men under 50 years old, die from complications of this condition than any other group. The point of this isn't to scare anybody, but merely use statistics to make this point. We are socialized to develop emotional health difficulties. And that same socialization process keeps us out of therapy, which is deemed medical best practice for the condition. Our manness literally kills us when we allow it to be prioritized over our humanness. So fellas, I'd like to share some basic information about who I am and what an ethical and productive treatment process should look like from New Leaf Counseling Group. This way, you can decide if this is something that works not only for your manness, but also for your humanness. This is not about being dependent on anybody. In fact, it's quite the opposite. My job is to work myself out of a job by helping you be as independent as you can be while also maintaining your integrity, of which basic independence should be one primary end goal. If you're considering couples or family work, the same rule of respecting independence still stands. The only difference is a focus on the relationships between loved ones and how to help the rules of the relationship shift with mutually agreed upon goals to become more enriching, satisfying, and sustainable. Now, if that doesn't line up with the idea of being a man for you or your male partner while also being human, then I don't know what does. So fellas, man up, give it a try. You might be surprised.